Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a book review of Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. And I've just realised that my little bunny has bit it. She likes biting books for some reason. Whenever we let her out, like my books are over the floor because I'm getting a new bookcase, and she's decided that now that they're on the floor she's going to bite them. And I don't know if you can see, but she's taken a chunk out of the spine. Usagi, why you do this to me? Anyway, back to the actual book review. This book was hyped, and so I had super high expectations going into this book, and I liked it. However, I didn't think my expectations met what this book was. First of all though, let's get into what this book is actually about. Man, this little dint mark bite thing is really bucking me. Don't let your rabbits near books, people. This has been a PSA from a bunny owner. Before we even get into this review, I'm going to butcher so many names, it's not even funny. I don't know how to pronounce any of these names, so I'm really sorry about that. So I'm sorry. Let's just get straight back into the book review. This book follows a girl named Selena who is currently spending her time in the mines as punishment. These mines are a horrible place to be, and it's lucky that she survived so long so far. However, one day a prince comes to her and it gives her the option for her freedom. If she participates in this tournament the king is running, and then she wins it, and she serves the king as his assassin for 5 years, I think, or 4 years. I can't remember how many years it is now. Then she can have her freedom. Otherwise, she will just stay in the mines and most likely die pretty soon. So Selena's not a fool, so she takes to offer to go through these tournament and hopefully win to hopefully become the king's assassin, so then she can earn back her freedom. You see, before her times in the mines, she got caught and she was the greatest assassin pretty much ever, and everyone knew her name. Selena is a tough little cookie. She doesn't like letting anybody in, and that's understandable for her past. However, as this book goes on, she has to kind of discover that maybe she should start letting people in, that maybe not everyone's bad and out to get her. And she also has to try and win this tournament so she can become the king's champion and assassin, and so then she can, you know, earn back her freedom, because that's the ultimate goal for her. So that's what this book is about. I'm not going to get into anything more because I don't want to get into spoilers. I really enjoyed this book. However, it wasn't a 5 out of 5 stars book for me. It was a 4 out of 5 stars. This book had a lot of world building going along in it, and whilst I can understand it's the first book in a fantasy series, for that part it was kind of slow and it kind of took a while to get into the story. Selena herself was quite an interesting character, and at times I struggled to relate with her, and then other times I did, which I found interesting. This book was also told by different perspectives, and I think it was done pretty well for the most part. I think the double perspectives was needed and it gave more to the story. This book was a lot of introducing to the characters and the world and the story, and whilst I really liked that, as I said, I don't think for that reason it really deserves a 5 out of 5 stars. It was a little bit too slow for me. However, I did still really enjoy it and couldn't wait to pick up the next one, which I picked up straight away because when I was reading this series it was in Booktubeathon, so I was just a reading machine. I also really like these Australian covers. I'm not sure if the covers anywhere else, but the front it's really pretty, and on the back of each cover it's her in her dress. Very nice, pretty. Approve. I also love how Selena loves books. Like, yes, yes, yes. If you're interested in this series, I would recommend picking it up. However, maybe lower your expectations a little bit. I think because I went into it with such high expectations, the book got hurt because of that. From what I've read so far of the series, this one is definitely the weaker one of the series. It's, you know, it's the first book in the series where it's got a lot of word building, so you can expect that. But as I said, just know that when you go into it. But for what it was, as I said, I really enjoyed it, and I couldn't wait to pick up the next one, which just was for me. Loved it. But I will be doing a review of that one shortly, so you can look out for that, which is Crown of Winter Night, by the way, if you did not know. As I said, the characters were interesting. There was a little bit of character development in the first book. However, as the series goes on, I'm sure we'll see so much more character development. It generally ends up like that way in series, so I can forgive it for not having too much character development. However, I did like the character development that we saw in this book. I can't wait to see where the characters end up and where the story goes, and yeah. So as I said, I'm giving this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. However, I just don't think it lived up to the expectations that I had so highly put on it from the hype that is around this book and this series. I would recommend it if it sounds interesting to you, and you should let me know in the comments below if you've read it and what you thought of it. Did it live up to the hype for you? Let me know. And like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more book related videos from me, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye!